Sumones, it's Mama Sophia. And no, I did not wake up like this, but I certainly am going to bed like this. But before I go night-night, I am going to fix myself a nightcap. And I want to share that deliciousness and awesomeness with you. Yes, whatever we put in our bodies, even at night, we want to make certain that it is aiding in our health and our healing. Even while we sleep and get restorative health, let's put something in our bodies that's going to aid that process. And what I want to share with you is my variation of golden milk. Now, we've talked a little bit about turmeric, and we're going to talk a little more about it today. Just like ginger, it is an anti-inflammatory. So many health benefits to turmeric. I encourage you to look it up. I will reference, however, there was a study on cancer. Cancer cells were in a petri dish, and among other substances, one was sprinkled with turmeric. And guess what? Those cancer cells died. And again, turmeric is one of those spices in the earth that the Indian culture, as well as the Asian culture, uses a lot of. And if you recall from an earlier video, it is those cultures, the Indian as well as the Asian, that has the lowest incidence of cancer in the world. And if you wonder why, because it's what they're eating, what they put in their bodies on a daily basis. So, golden milk. I am going to use organic milk. It's important to me. Why? Because I don't want hormones. I don't need extra antibiotics and GMOs in my blood system and stream. I want to be healthy. So I'm going to choose a milk that's free of those things. In addition to that, once you steep your milk and let it cool off to the side, you can make your turmeric paste. And that turmeric paste is what we're going to talk about now. So turmeric comes just like ginger in a root. And you can also get it organic in a jar. And I've got most of these wonderful ingredients from Walmart. So we're going to use about a teaspoon of turmeric, okay? And it's flaky and powdery, just like cinnamon is. So you want to sprinkle, and I do the measurements like my grandmother. I can eye it and pretty much see, okay, what a teaspoon of turmeric looks like. So there I've got about a teaspoon, a little more needed, of turmeric, okay? So here's what you also should know about turmeric. Turmeric cannot be transported to our cells where we need it to be unless and until it has two things. One, fat. It has to be transported with fat. That's why it's used in a lot of cooking. And then also pepper. I don't know why. That's the way God made it. These two ingredients, pepper and turmeric, or ginger and turmeric and pepper, these things bind together and make it much more that superfood for us. So we're going to take a couple of sprinkles of pepper, black pepper as well. Then we're going to take our coconut oil, organic coconut oil, and if it's solid, then you need about a teaspoon of that or a little less. But this is liquefied, so I'm just using a little. That's all you need. We're not trying to drink oil, but we are definitely trying to get the benefits of all of these ingredients. And I can't wait to share with you the health benefits of coconut oil for your body, inside and out. So now that I've got my pepper, my turmeric, as well as my oil, I can stir that in there, my coconut oil, and it's now becoming like a little paste. Okay, then I also add my delightful honey and use about a half a teaspoon of that as well. And again, remember, so many rich benefits of honey. And yes, if you think about it, this is a milk and honey drink. I mean, Cleopatra knew something about milk and honey to bathe in it, didn't she? Absolutely. And when we reference prosperity, what do we say? The land of milk and honey. So those ancient ancestors of ours absolutely knew something about milk and honey and turmeric and a lot of other spices that we are going to learn about, that Mama Sophia wants to teach you about to help keep you alive and well, my dear. So now that we have this wonderful little paste somewhat. Now I take my milk that has been warmed and is now cooled, and there's nothing worse than scorched milk. It's like burnt eggs. Yuck, yuck. So we want to make sure that that's not too hot, and we don't want cold milk either. Now, this is why this is called golden milk, because it's in fact golden. Woohoo! Look what Mama did. But guess what? You get to see the color. It is, and that's a very good point. Turmeric is a very, very powerful spice. If you're not careful with it or you use it incorrectly, you could end up with a yellow kitchen, indeed, because it stains. It's the same thing that mustard is in. You ever drop mustard on something? It stains. It has turmeric in it. So be very, very careful, and we'll clean that spill up very shortly. But in the meantime, since it's, ready and piping hot, salud, my loves. Salud de Mama Sophia. Buenas noches.